So remember that problem with the brand new car I bought like 10 months ago and it's currently in the car dealership getting worked on for a transmission issue? Well, thank God it is covered under warranty. It's been 14 days and the car dealer finally got me a rental car. So this is what Chris Chan feels like every day. Listen, I'm not saying that by doing that they're making up for things, but the Tesla is kind of making up for things. But anyway, today I'm going to be finally answering one of your questions. That's not gonna get old. I believe your name is Scott and you were asking how did I get my melon grabs to this point and do I have any tips for you guys? And don't worry, there's also gonna be a ton of skating in this episode a little later. I'm meeting up with Tim at the skate park and we are looking to get creative and also visit the difference between doing varial kickflips and 360 flips. But before all that, let's break down how to tweak out some melon grabs. The first part of your question, how did I get to this point with doing melon grabs? I mean, the short answer is practice. A lot of practice and repetition. But when I was younger, I started skateboarding when I was 10. With that young kid energy, I would go skate like all day long. My bag of tricks was small back then, but the tricks I could do, I would do repetitively on like every single obstacle in the skate park. So ollies and kickflips, I would do a lot. Like every day I would probably practice them like 100 times each. But like, you know when someone can do an ollie and they give it like that extra style just by giving it like the back foot tweak and like the front foot extension. Like I've always been obsessed with, I guess, that form of an ollie, like how a skater can take the most basic trick and make it look so stylish and so cool. So I would practice ollies over and over and over again until I would like learn to get that tweak motion every time, and eventually I learned that grabbing a melon grab would make tweaking the trick even easier. I could tweak it further and bring it back under me because my hand is grabbing the board and controlling it that way. So it was a mix of that and a mix of the fact that I could never do a frontside grab properly. Like I could never do an indie right. I would always grab stink bug instead of like tucking my knee and doing it properly. So melon grabs it was for me. And I guess as a solid hint of advice, the one thing that I can say is that you don't want to go reaching down to your board. You want to bring the board up to you, aka when you ollie, bring your knees to your chest. And when you go reach down to grab the melon, you shouldn't really be straining to grab your board. Like your board should be right there and you should be able to grab it and tweak it out and bring it back and just use your hand to control the trick itself. I'd say that's like the main tip to like getting a melon grab, is bringing the board up to you and making sure that you have a nice clean snap and a high pop. And the other hint of advice I'm going to give for melon grabs, like I want to be pretty clear when I say this, like I'm not saying that anything is impossible for anybody. I'm sure everybody's circumstances are different, but for me in my life personally, this was something that affected me. So long story short, when I was 19, I had 2 ACL surgeries back to back on the same knee. It put me out of skateboarding for like 4 years. And instead of taking care of myself and having healthy habits, I had developed some really bad eating and drinking habits. And I had gained a lot of weight, like almost 100 pounds. So when I started skating again, I was like 210 pounds at my worst. Melon grabs were obviously a trick that I would do all the time. When I went to go try one, I noticed that I was getting like this straining, almost like a cramp, but a sharp like pain shooting down my rib cage, and it was preventing me from grabbing my board. And I had noticed that like once I did start to worry about strengthening my core a whole lot, and once I did develop healthier habits of eating and drinking, and I started losing all of that extra weight and losing the gut that I did have, all of a sudden melon grabs were possible for me. So I don't know, you know, like scientifically or medically or whatever, if that's like a for sure fact, but like when I did have a gut, I noticed when I went down to reach the melon grab, I would get this pain down my rib cage. So I don't know if anyone else has experienced that in their efforts to get a nice melon grab. So yeah, that's my advice on melon grabs. Anyway, Tim is just getting here, so let's skate. You guys know these little tiny helicopter leaf things that fall from the sky? Imagine a whole skate park filled with them. Oh my God. And all you have is Tim Granick to be your superhero and get them all out of the way. One guy, one leaf blower.
I came in way too wide.
You got that, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know how that happened.
That was sick.
Yeah.
You want to do it again, or?
Let me try to get one more, but only one more.
Yeah. Oh! Damn. All right here.
Hell yeah.
All right, your turn.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
First try, back to back.
Exactly. Tim took his jacket off. It was weighing him down on the rollaway. He's got it right now, though. Determined man. I knew it, dude.
Huh?
The jacket.
Now I'm gonna get a front board.
The jacket was holding you down. Front board or crossing down?
Nah, front board just down.
Nah, go crossing down.
Let me get one down first.
Whoa.
Oh,
Are you all right?
I'm good. It's just like fucking...
You look like a fish out of water. Dude, that was perfect.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, my turn. Back to back. Still
Oh, yeah.
recording. Still recording.
Yes, sir. You're front boarding.
Yeah, same side.
Yep.
I gotta go from that way.
Yeah, you gotta get a run up. Hey.
Woo!
I've never like...
It looks like you're
pulled-
allergic to rainbows.
Yeah, I think I pulled something when I landed a trick or didn't land a trick, obviously.
I think you injected Lucky Charms and this is a bad reaction.
Those are my track marks from my Lucky Charms strokes
typical
that I
here.
do.
Typical
Yeah.
denial. Oh, wait, never mind. You just bruise
Yeah.
yellow.
It's cause I just like, I don't know, I go full throttle at everything.
I bruise like purple. Like
Yeah.
black, yeah.
Benefits of being white, you get some good coloration on your skin. Yeah, get into-
Oh, is that a benefit of being white?
That's the only one. There's none other.
Is that you bruise yellow? I'd rather bruise black and blue, dude. I don't know.
Better than red.
Do people bruise red?
No, I meant like the only other color I get is red from the sun, so sometimes I need to add in a different color so I get bruised. I know. Yeah, I was trying varial flips like maybe a week ago, or I mean 2 weeks ago, and because of tray flips, I'm like, this is a really odd motion. Oh, you lose it, and then once you get it back, then you go back to tray flips. You're like,
Same issue too, dude. Been tray flipping for so long. When I go back to the varial flip, especially often, like flat ground varial flips kind of feel normal because I do flip them over my front foot.
right.
But like off something, it just throws me off.
Yeah, I know, but I think you got it right here, so
great.
definitely. Right here. Yeah.
The first one where the front foot flicks it, it's the make. Whereas tray flip is like scoop with the back foot.
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, might as well get the tray next, right?
Of course, it's like the natural progression of tricks. You go from the varial flip to the tray flip, and then back to the varial flip, and back to the tray flip. So.
Well, I think I'm just gonna do it once.